चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जसोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना जसोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना जमुना तेरा बनचारी जमुना तेरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जसोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना जसोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना जमुना तेरा बनचारी जमुना तेरा बनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय गौरानिताय जय गौरानिताय जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। जग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शिष्य माता भाई चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की। इस्कॉन ब्यूटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस शिल प्रभुपाद की। जग विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शिष्य माता भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव बिंद की। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की। श्री श्री गौर निताय की। समवेत गौर भक्त बिंद की। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। निताय गौर प्रमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshur-unmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Sha Padantikam Vandeham Shri Gura Shri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupang Sagrajatang Sahagana Raghunathanitang Tang Sajivam Sadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakhanitangscha Namong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanang Pavanebho Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratishe Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare मुखम करति वाचलम पंगुल्लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपा तमहं वंदे श्री गुरुनाथारिणं परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्य हरे कृष्णा so welcome everyone for the Sunday morning Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita class. So I was hearing that you have been discussing on different limbs of surrender in Bhagavatam classes, but because of Panihati festival is coming and the organizers they don't get time on the Panihati festival day to hear, so they like to hear today. So next Sunday is the Panihati festival. So today we'll be discussing on that topic. So you're okay with that? Okay. They're okay. Haribol. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, Lord Nityananda Prabhu's pastimes are very, very practical for us to understand. Why? Because it happened very recently, not many years before, although 500 years before, but it's much early than other pastimes. And Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they came as devotees. And that's why it's very easy for us to relate to those pastimes and learn lessons from those pastimes and apply those lessons in our lives so that we can also realize our identity as a spirit soul, as a servant of Krishna, and advance in our journey towards kingdom of God and achieving love of Godhead. So Panihati festival is very, very famous. And Lord is very expert. In every season, there is some festival. So all seasons are necessary actually. Varieties are the mother of enjoyment. And how to enjoy, who knows the best? Krishna knows the best. Because he's a supreme enjoyer. People think, oh, spiritual life means life is gone. But spiritual life is a real life, life of enjoyment. If anybody wants to enjoy life, they should join spiritual life. Because that is the life of enjoyment. And material life is the life of suffering. But people are struggling hard to enjoy in this world, which is the world of suffering. That's why Prabhupada used to say, those who want to dance, because expression of happiness is dancing, singing, then also feasting. So Prabhupada says that please come and join Krishna. Please come and join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and enjoy to the fullest extent. So this pastime of Panihati festival took place in summer. Recently, we completed our Chandan Jatra festival. That is also in the summer. Krishna feels hot. So does Krishna feel like that? What do you think? Yeah, Krishna feels. Krishna is a person. We should not think, oh, it's like a drama. It's not like a drama. So Krishna feels that heat in the summer. And he engaged Madhavendra Puri to make him cool through sandalwood. So this Panihati festival also took place in summer. It's very hot in other parts of India, but somehow this place is very good. It's a journey of Raghunath Das Goswami. Panihati festival is a part of the journey of Raghunath Das Goswami. So Raghunath Das Goswami is a very special personality. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in Chaitanya Charitamrita, at the end of each chapter, he begs mercy from Rup and Raghunath. There are two Raghunath in 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. One is Raghunath Bhatta and one is Raghunath Das. So this Raghunath is Raghunath Das. He is from Bengal. His father's name was Govardhan Majumdar and his uncle name was Hiranna Majumdar. And they are very rich person. And Raghunath from the very childhood used to hear about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the symptom of the devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that it is renunciation. মহাপ্রভুর ভক্তগণের বৈরাগ্য প্রধান, তাহা দেখি প্রীত হন গৌর ভগবান. What is the primary characteristics of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? That is renunciation, vairagya. But you may say that most of the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are grihasthas. So how come the primary characteristics of a devotee of Lord Chaitanya is renunciation? By that, we have to understand that renunciation is nothing external. Renunciation is internal. We have to be renounced. What is the meaning of renunciation? What do you think? What is the meaning of renunciation? Any answer? Vairagya. That is the okay. Giving up the false ego of possession and controllership. Yeah, there are different meanings of renunciation. So renunciation means how we can renounce. If anything belongs to us, then we can renounce. The biggest illusion is that we think something belongs to us. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktarang Jagatapasang Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Everything belongs to Krishna. Then how we can renounce? I cannot say that whatever money is there in Reserve Bank of India, I am renouncing. So that is a bogus statement. So how can I say I am renounced? I have renounced something. That we have to really think. What we have to renounce? To think falsely that something belongs to me. That false thinking has to be renounced. If someone renounces that, then he is a renunciate. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a renunciate or is a, what is he? He is a grihastha and not a grihastha like modern day grihastha. He was a grihastha and having only 10 children. Managing 1, 2 is difficult nowadays, right? He had 10 children. And Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj used to come and hear from him. Why? Because he was highly renounced. Manoso deho geho jokishu mor orpilu tuapade nanda kishore. Whatever he had, he engaged everything in the service of the Lord. And if you go through his daily schedule, he sleeps at 7:30 in the evening and gets up at 10 o'clock. I don't say 10 o'clock morning or evening. Once I was giving a lecture to the youth and I was explaining the life of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And when I said that he used to get up 10 o'clock, so they are so happy. So some similarity is there. So then I said 10 o'clock in the evening. Then they are very depressed by hearing that. Then how's the point sleeping? Just like somebody asked Prabhupada, that sex only for getting Krishna conscious child, that is the only time we can have sex. What's the point? Prabhupada said, that is the point. that is not needed in our life. So in the same way, Prabhupada says that a pure devotee never sleeps. There is a symptom of a pure devotee. We cannot imitate that. Raghunath Das Goswami's life. Raghunath Das Goswami used to have bhajan for 22 hours, 30 minutes every day while he was in Radhakund. Okay. 22 hours, 30 minutes, 1.5 hours for other activities. By that you can understand what he was doing. And he was not eating, he used to drink 1 cup of buttermilk in every 2 days or every 3 days, like that. And when he used to drink that, he was in very regretful that I did some sense gratification. I drank 1 cup of buttermilk. That was the life of Raghunath Das Goswami. He used to offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas minimum 2000 times every day. There is no need of any exercise. Everything is spiritualized. People may think, oh, how come 2000 times? But you have to understand, he was a very popular, highly renounced person. So sadhus are highly respected. So people used to come and used to offer dandavats for them once. And he used to offer obeisances back to each and every one. So by that you can understand minimum 2000 people used to meet him every day. And that's why he used to offer obeisances 2000 times every day. So that was the level of humility Raghunath Das Goswami had. So that is not the topic today, but we'll just trying to understand who is Raghunath Das Goswami. Because as soon as Raghunath heard about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his childhood, in his village, he developed renunciation. Mahaprabhur Bhaktaganer Vairagya Pradhan. And same thing happened to Rup Sanatan. As soon as they met, before they met, they want to renounce. Ramananda Rai, as soon as he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was completely detached. So that is the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's association. So Raghunath was that kind of a personality. Although he was from a very rich aristocratic family, it is explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita, opulence of Raghunath Das was like Indra of the heavenly planet. And he had a wife so beautiful like the Apsara of the heavenly planet. But even after that, Raghunath Das Goswami used to run away. And his mother became fed up. And she told her husband, why not bind Raghunath with ropes? Then he cannot run away. Then his father said that the opulence like Indra and wife, Apsara like wife cannot bind him. What an ordinary rope of this material world can bind him. Who has received the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nothing can bind, nothing in this world can bind that person. That is the power of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's association. But when Raghunath came to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Santipur, and he gave a proposal that I want to renounce and travel with you. So thought Mahaprabhu will be very happy with the proposal. But Mahaprabhu was very heavy. Mahaprabhu said, give up your Markat Vairagya. You know what is the meaning of Markat Vairagya? Markat Vairagya, monkey renunciation. Externally, monkeys are very renounced. They don't have any clothes, they don't have any residence, nothing. Highly renounced. But they are always thinking how to enjoy sex life. So this is called Markat Vairagya, monkey renunciation. So Mahaprabhu told Raghunath, give up this renunciation and act like a worldly person, but internally cultivate renunciation. Antare karo nishtha, baire lokachar. So following the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami married. He was acting like a businessman, and he was very expert manager. So his uncle somehow manipulated some taxation. He used to collect tax. I think 20 lakhs coins he used to collect. And the deal was that 75% should be deposited to the royal treasury and 25% he can keep. So that was a arrangement. But somehow he collected 20 lakhs, but instead of depositing 15 lakhs, he deposited 12 lakhs. So he manipulated 3 lakhs gold coins, 3 lakhs coins. And it was reported. Complaint was lodged. So government official came to arrest Hiranna Majumdar. But he got the news and he ran away. And who was arrested? Raghunath. So our acharyas are all arrested. Sanatan Goswami was arrested, put in jail. Haridas Thakur also was arrested, was put in jail. While Haridas Thakur was in jail, he blessed the prisoners. He stay in jail only. So one of Prabhupada's disciple, he told Prabhupada that I have to go to jail. I did some crime. Said, okay, no problem. Krishna appeared in jail. So what did you do? So I was dealing some drugs. He said, I used to do that also. So he was taking very casually. And Haridas Thakur blessed them that you should remain in jail. Why? Because we are all in jail. This whole existence is a jail, but we are thinking we are free. But at least you are realizing that you are in jail. So you are in your constitutional position. So I bless you remain like that. So same kinds of blessing Prabhupada also gave. Once Prabhupada, some disciples were doing some Harinam Sankirtan book distribution, they are arrested because it was illegal in that country, and they are arrested and put into jail. Another disciple wrote letter to Prabhupada that they are in jail and to get bail costs a lot of money. So Prabhupada said, why to waste so much money to come out of the jail? Tell them to stay in jail for following the parampara of Haridas Thakur. So what a guru, huh? So they said, then he gave an instruction. Whatever they are doing outside of the jail, they should continue the same activity inside the jail. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. They started. Then the whole situation of the jail transformed into spirituality. And the jail superintendent started thinking, my God, these people are less dangerous outside. They are more dangerous inside. So he called all of them and released them. It's a real life story. Real life story. So getting arrested, going to the jail is a common feature because this is the world we live in. And we should not be worried about that so much because we are all in jail. We are bound by the 3 modes of material nature. But we think that if we stay outside of the so-called jail, we are free. That is the biggest illusion we live in. So therefore, we have to understand that our condition is very pathetic condition. And the devotees, the pure devotees remind us. So Raghunath was arrested. But these people are very expert. Expert manager. So Raghunath was dealing with the Muslim officer. He said that you are from the same village. So my father, my uncle, you are like all brothers. And always there is a fight between the brothers. So you should sort it out. And I am like your son, and I'm dependent on you. And who is dependent, you cannot treat a dependent like that. So he was very diplomatically talking to that Muslim officer. And the way he was presenting, he became very impressed. His heart melted. He started crying. And he released Raghunath and told, had make some arrangement so that I can get something. Your uncle is getting 300,000 extra coins. Give something to me also, na? So he arranged a meeting and deal was finalized by who? Raghunath Das Goswami. You should not think, oh, he was a sadhu, doesn't know anything what's going on in this world. They are super expert in dealing with any problems of life. Sanatan Goswami also, he tricked the jail superintendent and came out of the jail. So a devotee who is fully surrendered to Krishna, he should know to deal with the problems of this world. Because this world is the world of problems. So Raghunath was trying to go out, trying to run away, but he was not successful. So he got the news that Nityananda Prabhu came at Panihati. So Panihati is a village near Calcutta, and Raghunath Das Goswami's village also nearby Panihati. So he took permission from his parent, and he went to meet Nityananda Prabhu. So Nityananda Prabhu was there at the bank of the Ganges at Panihati Dham, under a big banyan tree on a rock. He was sitting and surrounded by many devotees, associates. So Raghunath was offering obeisances from a distance. And the associates of Nityananda Prabhu indicated to Nityananda Prabhu that Raghunath has come and he is offering obeisances from a distance. Then Nityananda said, oh, Raghunath, he's a thief. So he has come, that's why he's offering obeisances from a distance. Bring him nearby. So he addressed Raghunath as thief. Why? He's not a thief. So why he is addressed as a thief? Because by this word, thief, Nityananda Prabhu is giving us a lesson. Who is a thief? Who takes away the property of others without informing them, right? That is called stealing. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu is the property of Nityananda Prabhu. Mahaprabhu has been registered in the name of Nityananda Prabhu. So that's why Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu belongs to who? Nityananda Prabhu. So if you want to take Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you should approach Nityananda. That is the process. But what Raghunath did? He went directly to Mahaprabhu. That's why he is addressed as thief. And thief, what he should get? Punishment. So Nityananda Prabhu said, I want to punish you. That's why this Panihati festival is known as Festival of Punishment. Danda Mahotsav. Festival of punishment. But the punishment of the Vaishnavas become festival. Whatever Vaishnavas do, that is festival. So he said, there are so many people here, you have to feed them chipped rice. Chira, chipped rice. So Raghunath thought, very good punishment. So he arranged, big arrangement he made. So he collected around 400 earthen pots, then 7 big pots, so that he can soak all the chipped rice with milk. So there are two varieties, primarily two varieties of chipped rice. One variety is chipped rice is soaked with yogurt, and another variety it was mixed with condensed milk, दूध and dahi, two varieties. And every participant in that festival got 2 pots of chira, chipped rice. One with condensed milk, other one with yogurt. So now Nityananda Prabhu was very happy. And the primary bhoga was offered to Nityananda Prabhu, big pots. Then Mahaprabhu was invited. Nityananda Prabhu invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, but Nityananda Prabhu invited him. So Mahaprabhu appeared. So nobody could see. Nityananda Prabhu could see, and some fortunate souls could see. So that is the power of Nityananda Prabhu. During Gaur Purnima time, we were discussing that Mahaprabhu appears regularly in 4 places. Can you remember that? Checking the memory. Sachi Mandire. First is that in the house of Sachi Mata, where she cooks. Where else? Srivas Angane, in the house of Srivas. Then Nityananda Nartane, when Nityananda Prabhu dances. Fourth one, Raghav Bhavane. Raghav Bhavane means the house of Raghav Pandit is in Panihati. So these 4 places Mahaprabhu appear. অদ্যপি সেই লীলা করে গৌর রায় কোন কোন ভাগ্যবান দেখিবারে পায়. So Lord's pastimes are eternal, and his pastimes in this world also eternal. His abode, his dham is also eternal in this world. We should not think that Navadip Dham, Mayapur Dham, Vrindavan Dham, they are part of the material world. If you think like that, it's an offense to the Dham. It's eternal, it is transcendental, it's spiritual. But who can understand that? Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hidayesu Vilakayanti Jang Sam Sundaram Achinta Guna Sarupam Govindam Adi Purusam Tamaham Bhajami. Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, generally people go and they are covered by the external potency, and Dham is also covered over. So we are not entering into Dham. We are outside of the Dham. Physically maybe we are entering, but spiritually we are not entering into Dham. Why? Because we don't have that kind of consciousness. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, while he was trying to rediscover the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was on the other side of the Ganges, and he could see the effulgence of Navadip Dham and all the activities of Navadip Dham. And some assistant of him was there. He said, you saw? He said, I could not see anything. But he asked Bimala Prasad, he said, could you see? Yes, I saw. So not that everybody can see, because to see that we have to develop that love. Premanjana Charita. Our eye should be with love. But now our eye is filled with lust. So with these lusty eyes, we cannot see the spiritual world. That's why we have to develop love. So coming to the point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And Nityananda Prabhu saw Mahaprabhu appeared. And a few other devotees also saw Mahaprabhu was there. Same thing happened also during Ratha Yatra. In Ratha Yatra festival, in front of Jagannath, around Jagannath cart, Mahaprabhu used to have 7 kirtan parties. Ratha Yatra is also coming, we should create that mood also now. And 4 parties in front of the chariot, 2 parties on the 2 other sides, and 1 party behind the chariot. So 7 parties used to chant and dance in kirtan. And every party used to think that Mahaprabhu is with them. And they are very happy with that. How is possible? Just like in Rasa dance, every gopi is thinking Krishna is with me. How it is possible? Because Krishna expanded himself in that number of forms. In the same way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also expanded in 7 forms. And in that 7 form, Mahaprabhu was dancing with the devotees there. But who could see? Prataprudra Maharaj and few others. Why? Why Prataprudra Maharaj could see? Because he has received the causeless mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. সেই সেই ঈশ্বর তত্ত্ব বুঝিবারে পারে ঈশ্বরের কৃপালে হয়েছে যাহারে. Who can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Who has received the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. By our own endeavor, we cannot see Krishna. Because Krishna is unlimited. And we are limited? Very much limited. What is the size of us? Very insignificant. Krishna is unlimited. Everything related to him is unlimited. So how come a limited, minute living entity can see the unlimited Supreme Personality of Godhead? And that infinite Supreme Personality of Godhead is spiritual, transcendental, and the living entity, which is very, very minute, he is covered over by the 3 modes of material nature, having material body. How is possible for that living entity to see Krishna? It's impossible. But that is possible. Nothing is possible without the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To see Krishna also is possible only by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And how come Prataprudra Maharaj received the mercy? Here also we'll understand how Raghunath Das Goswami received the mercy. So Prataprudra Maharaj received the mercy of the Lord because he was engaged in the menial service of the Supreme Personality of God. It is the attitude. It is a service attitude, not the service. Doing service is not enough. If the service is not accompanied by the proper attitude, then we will not get the desired results. Because Krishna is Bhavagrahi Janardhan. He is accepting the mood. Patrang puspang phalang toyang jome bhakta prajachati. It's not that if you offer, then Krishna will accept. It has to be offered with love and devotion. If that is not there, then you can offer so many things, but Krishna will not accept it. Because the main ingredient of that offering is the love and devotion of the devotee. So Prataprudra Maharaj did the menial service. He was a king, but he never thought he is a king. When you identify with the material designation, it's not possible to experience Krishna consciousness. That's why bhakti means sarva upadhi vinirmuktam tatparatana nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. The primary qualification to enter into bhakti is to give up all our material designations. Sarva upadhi vinirmuktam. We have unlimited designations, but we have to give up all of them and have only one designation, that is Jivera Saruphay Krishner Nityadas. When we have that identification, then everything will be revealed. So Prataprudra Maharaj acted on that platform, and because of that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was revealed to him as it is. It's not that nobody was seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody was seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but they are not seeing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just like Pandavas also saw Krishna, Kauravas also saw Krishna. Both of them saw Krishna, but there is a difference in seeing. How it is possible? Because it depends on the level of consciousness. Same thing can be seen in a different way, depending on the consciousness of the seer. So here, Mahaprabhu appeared, some fortunate soul could see. And Nityananda Prabhu, as soon as Mahaprabhu appeared, Mahaprabhu fed the morsel of cheap rice to Nityananda Prabhu, forcefully put into his mouth. And Nityananda Prabhu was enjoying that. After that, Nityananda Prabhu also did the same thing. Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu was doing like that. So in that way, they are enjoying. But people are not understanding what's going on. Why he is enjoying. Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he used to laugh. Sometimes he used to laugh, sometimes he used to cry, sometimes he used to run, sometimes he used to stop. People think, kuch to garbar hai. Something is wrong because they are seeing the external. Why he was laughing? When he saw Krishna, he was laughing. When Krishna left, he was crying. When Krishna was there, he was running to catch him. When he disappeared, he stopped. So it was all happening between him and Krishna, which was not visible to people in this world. And that's why they're thinking he's acting on a platform of madness. Actually, he's mad, but he's spiritually mad. And people in this world are materially mad. We are all mad because we have to be mad, because that is our position. So Mahaprabhu was seen by few people, and Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu were enjoying this festival. And they are so happy. And after the whole festival was over, then Mahaprabhu disappeared, and Nityananda Prabhu came back to the house of Raghav Pandit. And in the evening also, there was Kirtan. And while this Panihati festival was going on, feeding this cheap rice, Nityananda Prabhu was also creating the mood of the spiritual world. They are so happy. He said that I a cowherd boy, I love to eat like this at the bank of the Ganges. And they are remembering the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram at the bank of Jamuna in Dapur Juga. So while this eating was going on, all are enjoying this prasadam. So Nityananda Prabhu used to encourage them to chant the holy name. So any festival without holy name is incomplete. Only eating is not good. We have to eat and chant. And Nityananda Prabhu used to encourage them to chant Hari Hari. Louder please, Hari Hari. Louder, more louder. So in that way, the whole vibration, the whole world was filled up with the word Hari Hari Hari. So that was the power of Nityananda Prabhu. He could transform the whole situation into spiritual world. And people are so happy. And in that way, the festival concluded. The next day morning, we are sitting on the same place. There are so many other aspects also. Time is limited. So Raghunath came to take the blessings because his desire is to join full time in the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission. And he was not able to do it because he was caught all the time by the security guard arranged by his father. So now he came to Nityananda Prabhu and he revealed his desire that I want to join full time in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then Nityananda Prabhu acted very significantly in this aspect. We have to learn that. He said to all the Vaishnavas assembled there and requested them, please bless Raghunath so that his desire can be fulfilled. That's why Vaishnavas are known as Vancha Kalpataru. Vancha Kalpataru Bhascha, Kripa Sindhubha Evacha, Patitanang Pavanebho, Vaishnavebho Namo Namaha. So Vaishnava association is very powerful. And the blessings of the Vaishnavas are very powerful. We always have a desire to get the mercy of the Lord. We always have the desire to get the mercy of the spiritual master. But because of the familiarity of the Vaishnavas, we don't have that kind of hankering to get the blessings of the Vaishnavas. And that's why we are stuck. Why Raghunath was stuck? Because he was acting to teach us. He wanted to have access, direct access to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also, after that, he wanted to have access to Nityananda Prabhu. It doesn't work. Why Nityananda Prabhu gave blessings? Because Raghunath Das Goswami served the Vaishnavas. And because Vaishnavas were very happy and pleased with the service of Raghunath Das Goswami, that's why Nityananda Prabhu blessed him. Nityananda Prabhu put his lotus feet on his head and he said, whatever desire you have, Krishna will fulfill your desire. And he also predicted that now you will be the property of Sarup Damodar Goswami. You will be the assistant of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and your desire will be fulfilled. So everything became possible. The route was service to who? Vaishnavas with proper attitude. So that matters. We always think, oh, we know this much, we know that sloka, we know that sloka. That's not going to work. Learning slokas is very important, but if we miss the fundamental aspect of serving the Vaishnavas, pleasing the Vaishnavas, respecting the Vaishnavas, if we don't learn that, then it is impossible to have access to Lord Nityananda Prabhu and how to talk about access to Gauranga Mahaprabhu. We have to learn how to serve the Vaishnavas. So Panihati festival is a festival of serving the Vaishnavas. And best way to please the Vaishnavas is to feed them prasad. If there is conflict, take prasad together. The conflict will disappear. One of our leaders in ISKCON, there's some conflict in some area. Instead of having meetings, what he did kirtan together, took prasadam together. 90% problem solved without any meeting. There is no material solution to the material problem, but we have always a tendency to solve problem materially. And one problem is solved, another quickly follows. We cannot have a problem-free life. If you think that we have a problem-free life, that is the biggest problem. There cannot be a problem-free life. As long as we are in this material world, there will be some problem. Raghunath Das Goswami is the Mahabhagavat, is the Acharya, is one of the 6 Goswamis. His life is very peaceful. What a life he had to go through. What a trouble he had to go through. Rup, Sanatan, what kind of torture, what kind of tribulations, what kind of problems they went through in their spiritual journey. We have to understand that. Because if we don't go through the problems, detachment doesn't come. If we have a peaceful, happy life, complacency will come and we'll develop attachment. Complacency, comfort will lead to attachment. Problems, difficulties will lead to detachment. That's why Krishna is very, very merciful. That's why he makes sure that devotees are going through difficulty. Because difficulties are the opportunities to surrender more to Krishna. Difficulties are opportunities to remember Krishna more and more. That's why difficulties are needed. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is spoken in Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna, when he becomes very pleased, and this verse should not be spoken to the new people. That's why it's spoken in 10th canto. If people hear this, that when Krishna is very pleased, it takes away all material possession. Anybody will come. People come to Krishna for what? Which milega, will get something. But if he knows that if you please him, then he takes away everything, nobody will come. But you have to understand what he takes away. He takes away the attachment. He does not take away material possession, because material possession does not belong to you anyway. Why he'll take away? He takes away the attachment, the thought process that it belongs to me. That thought process is taken away by Krishna, by his causeless mercy. So serving the Vaishnavas is the root. Srila Prabhupada explains 3 levels of Vaishnavas: Kanishtha, Madhyama, and Uttama. There are different ways to explain, but Prabhupada explains it very nicely. Because spiritual life is the life to learn how to give respect. Spiritual life is a life of giving respect, not expecting respect. Amanina manata. But it's not theoretical in our life. We have to practice it. Raghunath Das Goswami demonstrated it by offering obeisances to the Vaishnavas. How many times minimum? How many times we do? At least 1 time. Prabhupada is very merciful. Early in the morning, if you attend Mangala Arati, in our temple, we have a practice that we have to, whether you want or don't want, we have to offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas. But Raghunath Das Goswami used to do 2000 times minimum. Why? Because a pure devotee's heart is filled with humility. And when someone is filled with humility, naturally, he always wants to offer respects to others. So who is a Kanishtha? Vaishnava is also a good position. You should not treat Kanishtha as a Kanishtha. He is a Vaishnava. But different platform of Vaishnavas. Who is a Kanishtha? Who gives respect to 2 personalities: the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Spiritual Master. Nobody else. Why? Why? Because he thinks he is the best Vaishnava. Everybody else are in Maya. So that is the platform of Kanishtha, who sees faults in everyone, except himself. I don't know, I explained here or not. There are 5 levels of people. The 5th level, Lord is 5th, 5th is okay. 5th level is that who sees only faults in others. Only sees bad, no good. Then 4th level, he sees both good and bad, but talks about bad. But he sees good, some improvement. Then 3rd level, he sees good and bad equally. Then 2nd level, he sees both good and bad, but he talks about good. Then top level, he only sees good. Bad does not exist. Paramahamsa level. So Kanishtha, he gives respect to only God and spiritual master. Then Madhyama, he gives respect to all the devotees, all the Vaishnavas, senior, junior, equal, everyone. That is Madhyama. And who is Uttama? Who gives respect to each and every living entity. So question comes to our mind, how it is possible to give respect to each and every living entity? Vaishnava is okay. We'll try to manage. How it is possible to give respect to each and every living entity? That needs spiritual vision. And Krishna gives that spiritual vision. Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavihastini suni chaiva sapakecha pandita samadarshina. Who is a knowledgeable person? Who sees the soul inside the body, not the body. Who does not see the external, who does not see the material thing, who sees the spiritual thing, the soul inside the body. That is the beginning of a spiritual journey. Seeing things spiritually. But when someone advances more, he does not see only the soul, he also sees another soul. Because in a body, according to Upanishad, there are 2 souls, Jivatma and Paramatma. So an advanced devotee, Uttamadhikari, does not only see the soul, he also sees the super soul in the heart. And super soul is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is God. And wherever God resides, that becomes a temple. Right? So why we offer respect to the temple? Because Lord is there. As soon as someone sees the temple, what he does? He offers respect. So for a Paramahansa, for Uttamadhikari, each and every living entity's body is like a moving temple. And that's why when he sees someone, he offers respect to that living temple. That is a vision of a Uttamadhikari. So that cannot be imitated, but that can be practiced. And when you practice it, how you can practice? Start giving respect. Whether you like it or don't like it, whether you want it or don't want it, start giving respect. And how it is possible? By regularly reciting Srimad Bhagavatam. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya means, what is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead and glorifying devotees. That is the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam. And when you start doing that regularly, when you are always glorifying the devotees, when you are always glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the glorification is the only purpose of your life, then naturally criticism disappears from you. Positivity takes away the negativity. That's why you have to act positively. And the most effective way to act on positive platform is to have Nityam Bhagavata Seva. We have to hear and chant Srimad Bhagavatam. We have to hear and chant the holy name of the Lord on a regular basis. And that is the process, that is the means to make our life perfect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki jai, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Any question and comment?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavas. Prabhuji, very nice class. Thank you so much. You mentioned that when Nityananda Prabhu saw Raghunath Das Goswami, paying obeisances at a distance place, he said, bring him to me. At that point of time, Raghunath Das Goswami was not very austere in a public way. So why did the associates of Nityananda Prabhu said Raghunath Das Goswami has come? How did they know that, okay, he is somebody who is big enough to be called near Nityananda?
Raghunath Das was a very famous person because his parents are very, very famous. They are highly renowned persons. They are well-known personalities. They are not something small people. They are one of the most popular people in that area. Filthy rich. Hare Krishna. Any other comment, question? Okay, no question. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So let us thank His Grace Sankarshan Nitai Prabhu for giving us wonderful nectar on the pastimes of Panihati. So by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have about a couple of announcements. So Panihati celebration. So we had originally planned to do on the 19th of June. So however, His Holiness Jayapadak Swami Maharaj is here during this time. And there will be also the initiation ceremony for devotees from Bangalore. So the venue is going to be in Palace Grounds. So due to this, we were not able to perform or celebrate the Panihati festival on the 19th. So we have rescheduled it. The new date and time, we're just working out based on the availability of the venue. You will see messages, you will see informations being announced. Then accordingly, please register. So likely it should be on the 26th, that is the next following Sunday. But we will just confirm based on the availability of the place. Okay, thank you. And today we have today's Prashadam sponsor, Sunday Feast Prashadam sponsor by His Grace Sankarshan Priyadas. Okay, small change in the name. Sankarshan Priyadas. He's sponsoring on the event of his birthday and his daughter's birthday. His daughter's name is Shreya. So let's. Is Sankarshan Priya Prabhu there? Oh, he's there. Not there. No. Mataji is there? Okay, so let's all recite by giving expressing our gratitude by reciting the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we have 2 more announcements.